In last two videos, we discussed about different ways of creating mandala designs for your coloring book. You can find the link for both of those videos on the description down below. And then one of you guys asked me a good question. So I decided to show you different types of mandala coloring books in the market and how you can create all of them with the same designs that you already created. If you're new to this channel, my name is Anna and I do videos on how to create, maintain, and grow your KDP business. If you like videos like this, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and also smash that notification bell to receive notifications when I produce videos like this. And if you do like it, please give it a thumbs up. It's very much appreciated. First sub-niche is black background mandala coloring books. This sub-niche is very similar to a regular and classic mandala coloring book, but with few tips and tricks. Before going further, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and download Amazon's print file setup calculator. You can find the link on the description below. Now open your calculator and choose black ink and white paper. And I want to create a letter size book, so choose 8.5 by 11 inches and let's go with the 108 page book, which is a very common number if you have 50 designs on your coloring book. Then click on manuscript, no bleed. You see, in a white background book, you will set up your page size based on the standard sizes. So when you're entering your page size on Photoshop or Canva, you will enter 8.5 by 11 inches. But in black background book, since the black ink will spread all the way to the edges, we need to add bleed to each edge. So when it's been cut off, our background is still all black and we don't have any white line on the edge. So we need to add 0.125 to top and bottom and 0.125 to the right edge. What does that mean size-wise? It means you need to set up your page size as 8.625 by 11.25 inches. Another thing you can see here is that the safe zone is 0.375 inches far from each edge, right in the center of the page. So we need to create some sort of guide for ourselves to make sure our design is on the center of the file. Okay, let's go to our Photoshop to actually show you how to create the whole interior design. First, click on Create New on left hand and on pop-up page, enter 8.625 for width and 11.25 inches for your height and hit create. To create our black background, first remove the lock next to your layer and make sure your color palette is on black. And press Alt and Delete on your keyboard to make your layer black. Okay, let me undo this and I want to show you another way to do this. Click on Bucket tool or hit G for shortcut and click on your layer. And as you can see, this is another way to make the whole layer black. Okay, now that we have our black background, let's create our guides. So for our guides, I'm gonna create 4 rectangles and place them on each edge. To create your first guide, click on rectangle shape or press U on your keyboard for shortcut. And then click on anywhere on your page and enter 8.625 for width and 0.375 for height and hit OK. On right hand, on the Properties panel, change the fill to orange or any color that you like and remove the border. Okay, now we want to add a similar guide to all the other 3 edges. To duplicate the rectangle, click on Move tool or press V on your keyboard and your cursor should change to a black arrow. Now press Alt on your keyboard And once your cursor changed to something like this, click on your rectangle and drag it to the bottom of the page. As you can see, when I bring my guide next to the edge, it will automatically snap to the corner. If this is not happening for you, go to View menu and check off a snap option. Now for the left and right guide, duplicate the guide and hit Ctrl and T. This will appear a bounding box for you. Bring your mouse to the corner of the bounding box and press Shift on your keyboard and rotate your rectangle by 90 degrees. And then move your rectangle and snap it to the edge. And then expand the rectangle on top and bottom. And then duplicate it and bring it to the other side. Now go to the mandala that you already designed. So this is one of my older designs, and as you can see, mine doesn't have any background. So first I need to add a white background to my design. Let me show you the simplest way to do this. First go to Select menu on top and select color range right here. Bring your color picker to one of the lines, and as you can see, this will select the mandala lines. But we want to select the background. So check off the invert checkbox here, and as you can see on the preview, this will select all the backgrounds in this mandala design. Now that we have all the backgrounds selected, as we did for the black background, either use the bucket tool or hit Alt and Delete to make all the selected areas white. Okay, for the next step, first I want to show you something. If I move this design to our main file, you will see it won't look very good, and we need to remove some part of this white area. So select your mandala layer on Layer panel and then click on the magic wand on left hand or press W on your keyboard. And then click on any area that you want to remove and then hit Delete. Let's make our design a little bit bigger to have a better look. And let's also remove the guide layer too, to have a better look and see the final result. So you can leave this as it is, or you can add some designs to the corners. You can use the same mandala design or even something different. Just to show you how to do that, let's use the same mandala design we have here. So just copy and paste and bring this to one of the corners. Something like this. I think this looks pretty fine, so let's move on to the second subniche. In the second type, we are going to create something like this, or even this one. As you can see, there is one or more mandala design on background, and there is a code or another design on top of that. In these types of designs, you can use motivating codes, Bible codes, animals, or a skull or flower shapes. To be honest, on these two designs, I only created the mandala, and I downloaded the code and the skull from Creative Fabrica. I personally use Creative Fabrica, but you can use any other websites like Victizi, Creative Market, or Pixabay. Just make sure you can use your asset for unlimited commercial use. Okay, let's first create the background. So just like before, so place one of your mandala designs that you already created on the center of the page and use other designs or even the same mandala to fill out the corners. Just keep in mind the center of the page will be covered with a different shape or different design, so our main focus should be on the corners. Once you're happy with the background, go to any websites that you usually get your designs and search for codes or shapes that you want to use on this coloring book. For this sample, I'm gonna use the skull bundle that I downloaded before from Creative Fabrica. Before transferring the top layer, make sure your guide layer is visible, and then drag and drop your second file on the main file here. At the end, make sure your shape is located on the center of the page, and you can also adjust the size as you like. At the end, remove the guide layer and make sure everything is in place. And once you're happy with the result, you can download your page. Okay guys, that's it. That was my take on Mandala coloring book niches. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I hope it was useful. If you have any questions, please let me know on the comment section. I try to answer them all. And if you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. See you all in next video, and bye bye.